The boys just secretly reveal the death list. And if this theory is right, multiple major characters are about to die. And the craziest part, it already started. In episode 5 of The Boys, Firecracker gets a full flashback. And then gets killed by Homelander in the same episode. That's not random. That's a pattern. Because right after her, the episode quietly highlights for more characters. Black Noir, Terror, Sister Sage, and Soldier Boy. And if the show is following that same pattern, they're next. So let's break this down, because if this is real, The Boys may have just spoiled its own ending. Black Noir killed by the Deep. If this pattern is real, Black Noir is next. But here's where it gets interesting. This time, it's not Homelander. Because we already saw that story play out. Doing it again, that's predictable. And The Boys doesn't do predictable. Instead, episode 5 quietly sets up something way more dangerous. The Deep. At first, it looks like a joke. A podcast moment. A bit of tension. Nothing serious. But look closer. Black Noir actually humiliates him. And the Deep doesn't handle humiliation well. We've already seen how unstable he's becoming, more insecure, more aggressive, more desperate to prove himself. This isn't the same joke character anymore. This is someone who needs to feel powerful. And that's exactly why Black Noir is in danger. Because on land, Noir wins, easily. But if the Deep pulls him into the ocean, everything changes. That's his territory. That's where he's strongest. And if Noir underestimates him for even a second, that's it. He's dead. Which would make this the most unexpected kill so far. Because no one is looking at the Deep as a real threat. But that's exactly what makes him one. Terror, the moment that breaks Butcher. After Black Noir, the next name on this list gets a lot more personal. Terror. Yeah, Butcher's dog. And if you think that's too far, you haven't been paying attention to The Boys. Because episode 5 does something very deliberate. It slows down and gives Terror focus. Not for comedy, not for filler, for impact. Because Terror isn't just a pet. He's the last piece of Butcher's humanity. Everything else, gone. His morality, his restraint, his ability to care. Terror is what's left. And that's exactly why he's a target. Because if someone like Homelander really wants to break Butcher, he doesn't go for his body. He goes for the one thing he still loves. And if Terror dies, this isn't just another death. This is the moment Butcher stops thinking and starts destroying. No strategy, no limits, no coming back. Which might be exactly what the show is setting up. Not just a death, but the creation of something even more dangerous than Homelander. Sister Sage, too smart to survive. Next on the list, Sister Sage, the smartest person in the room. And in The Boys, that's exactly why she's in danger. Because Sage doesn't fight with strength. She controls people. She studies them, predicts them, moves them like pieces on a board. And right now, she's doing that to Homelander. That's the mistake. Because you can outthink most people, but you can't outthink someone who acts on pure emotion. And Homelander isn't logical. He's unstable. The moment he realizes he's being manipulated, it won't be a conversation. It'll be instant. And here's the bigger problem. Sage's plan might actually work. She could create exactly the chaos she wants. Divide everyone, weaken every side. But if things spiral just a little too far, she doesn't control the outcome anymore. At that point, it doesn't matter how smart you are. If everyone turns on you, you're done. Which makes her death different from the others. Because it won't come from weakness. It'll come from one mistake. Believing she was untouchable. Soldier Boy, the final weapon. And finally, the last name on this list. Soldier Boy. And this isn't just another death. This is the one that could decide everything. Because episode 5 of The Boys quietly brings him back into focus. Not as a side character, but as the endgame. He's no longer just Homelander's past. He might be the only person capable of stopping him. Because if the virus fails, there's only one weapon left. Soldier Boy's power. The ability to strip a soup of everything. And that sets up the most dangerous possibility in the entire show. that the only way to stop Homelander is for Soldier Boy to sacrifice himself. But here's where it gets complicated, because despite everything, there's still a connection there, a broken one, a toxic one, but still, father and son. And in episode 5, you can almost see it. That small moment where Soldier Boy doesn't just see Homelander as a weapon, but as his son. So if this really is his ending, it won't just be a fight, it'll be a choice. Does he save his son, or does he finally accept what Homelander has become and end it himself? Either way, if Soldier Boy is on this list, his death won't just change the story, it'll end it. So if this theory is even half right, The Boys isn't just building storylines anymore. It's quietly laying out who doesn't make it to the end. And the scary part is, we might already be watching it happen in real time. Firecracker was first, and now the pattern is set. So the real question isn't who dies next, it's this: how many of them are actually getting out alive?